Welcome back to another segment of Should You Use Said Pokemon in a Scarlet and Violet playthrough. Last week we covered Moveset, Arven's best boy. Today we have a very popular Pokemon being Ceruledge, which I'm surprised hasn't been chosen already, as I've covered Armarouge a little while back. As usual, let's cover how well this Pokemon does. And the Pokemon with the most upvotes in the comment section will be the one I cover next. With that said, let's just dive right in. First and foremost, Charcadet can be found as early as South Province Area 1 or South Province Area 2. The downside is it's a 1% encounter rate, so you're gonna need some luck in finding one. To evolve it into Ceruledge, the player has to give it the Malicious Armor. To do this, there is an NPC in Zapacito, who will give the armor away if they are given 10 Synestia chips. From there, use the armor on it and it'll evolve. This is available in Pokemon Violet, however, so if you're playing Pokemon Scarlet, trade it from a friend. Now, I've actually used Ceruledge myself from when I played Pokemon Violet, so I have personal experience. Right off the bat, I can say it's one of the best designed Paldean Pokemon, as well as one of my favorite fire types to use. Ceruledge offers the awesome typing of Fire and Ghost, and has a plethora of moves to choose from. The best move in its arsenal is definitely its Fire Stab, being Bitter Blade, which will recover 50% of the damage taken by the target. The downside is this move isn't available until level 48, so Ceruledge will be stuck with Flame Charge until then, which can be found as a TM. I guess you can take some solace from the speed boost you get from it though, even though I don't think it matters much, since as I always state, it doesn't really matter as long as the Mon has around base 75 to 85 speed. With that, you'll pretty much primarily outspeed the majority of Mons within the games. For Ghost Stab, Ceruledge will get Shadow Claw upon evolution, which is definitely the best it can get. And with the added chance of getting a critical hit, it's pretty solid. For coverage, the player has the choice of Brick Break, Dragon Claw, Poison Jab, Iron Head, Solar Blade, etc. I just don't like that Ceruledge's only coverage for water types and ground types is a 2-turn based move, so its coverage pool is decent, I would say at best. Stats wise, the highlights are definitely its 125 base attack, 100 special defense, and 85 speed, so that's actually pretty solid. For abilities, just like with Armarouge, just use Flash Fire. Speaking of Armarouge, the analysis I gave for it pretty much also implies the Ceruledge as well. It is pretty high up there with the fire types of Paldea, sporting the same typing as Scarlet. I think Ceruledge's coverage pool isn't as good as Armarouge's though, but it's still decent. I think Armarouge does have the edge on it slightly though. Bitter Blade still gives it a lot of merit, due to the fact it's able to get HP recovery. As far as other fire types go, Arcanine, like I mentioned in my Armarouge analysis, does have 95 base speed and can be used as a mixed attacker, but I still believe Ceruledge keeps up with it. Arcanine having Thunder Fang though, I think gives it a slight edge due to it having water coverage that doesn't take 2 turns to use. For Volcarona, as I said before, I think Ceruledge is definitely better, because the wait to level 59 to me is way too long. However, if the player has the patience, then by all means, of course Volcarona is the better choice. For Scarlet, I actually like it a tad more than I do Ceruledge, and that just comes down to more coverage and the fact I love Scarlet's signature move, Torch Song. Plus, Scarlet also, in my opinion, has better coverage for ground and water types, having access to Seed Bomb and Thunder Fang. Even though those attacks are physical, Scarlet still has 75 base attack, which isn't the greatest by any stretch of the imagination, but Ceruledge only has 60 base special attack and has no special attacks in its pool that can help with those weaknesses. Yes, Solar Blade does do more damage, but it is still a 2-turn move at the end of the day. So, down to my final verdict. Should you use Ceruledge? Yeah, it's not a horrible Pokemon by any means, and it has a pretty fun move pool and a good stat lineup. I just think that out of the two, Armarouge is better due to it having better coverage in its pool. I do think there are better fire-type Pokemon though, but that doesn't mean it doesn't stack up with them. Just because I threw in these nitpicks, don't let that stop you from using Ceruledge. It's still a great Pokemon to use and can still definitely keep up with the other fire types a lot. It's not like it gets severely outclassed. Bitter Blade is an excellent move when it's able to get it, and having access to Shadow Claw right away when it evolves is also a fantastic aspect. If anything, Ceruledge is only slightly worse than the best fire types Paldea has to offer. Well, that wraps up my analysis on Ceruledge. What'd you guys think? Do you guys like Ceruledge? If so, what was your experience like using one? Let me know your thoughts down below, as well as what Pokemon you'd like to see me cover next. Remember, the Pokemon with the most upvotes will be the next one that I cover. With that, I'll see you guys next time.